Okay, so we back for another one. You have to excuse the airplanes and my dog because they probably gonna be going off this entire video. Um, we are doing a frequently asked questions when it comes to raw vegan. These are questions that I get asked probably on a daily when I talk about the lifestyle. And I also want to make sure I address your questions in the last video when I explain my whole raw vegan journey from the beginning to the end where I am today. So if you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Asheria. I share health and wellness basically over here. In 2020, I developed psoriasis and did not want to do medication for the rest of my life. So I started doing my own research and digging into the raw vegan lifestyle. I took a stab at it and it helped clear up my psoriasis completely, has not come back. Since then, I have gone back and forth from raw vegan to cooked vegan, which some call high raw vegan, where you basically eat a combination of raw and cooked. I do a lot of fasting, mono fruit fasting. I just attempted a water fast. I actually have a video coming out about that, more vlog style, but I'll be sharing my experience with that. So I'm just sharing everything health and wellness beyond Western medicine, I guess you would say. So more holistic. But anyways, let's get into today's video. I wanted to do frequently asked questions to a raw vegan. I don't really consider myself a raw vegan. I consider myself, I eat raw foods. The term vegan, you know, it comes with a lot of criticism, a lot of negativity. Anytime you want to do anything that's out of the norm of American standard diet, you kind of get the, you know. So I just eat what I eat, okay? So number one, I'm looking down at my tablet if you're wondering what I'm doing over here. I need a guide, baby. So number one is, where is number one? Okay. Why did I go raw vegan? I guess I kind of answered that. I started researching more into how to reverse autoimmune illnesses, specifically psoriasis. And I came across a lot of different diets and I tried those different diets from the Candida diet, no sugar diet, autoimmune protocol / paleo diet, just cooked vegan diet. And then I stumbled across, well, I already knew about Dr. Robert Morse, but I came back to him and got his book, the Detox Miracle Source Book, or either the Miracle Detox Source Book. I always get that messed up, and read it from cover to cover, and I was like, this makes a lot of sense. And he has a lot of evidence, and he has a lot of testimonies of people who have healed themselves. And so I was like, I'm willing to try this diet. So that is how I stumbled upon the raw vegan diet with Dr. Robert Morse. Is the raw vegan diet hard to stick to? I would say yes, just because I'm coming from an American standard diet all my life. So, you know, sometimes I do have the temptations because I have a family who does not eat like me, and I'll see something that they eat that I really enjoyed back when I was eating American standard diet, and I want to try it. Throughout this journey from 2020 to now, have I had like hiccups or went back or made mistakes? Absolutely, I have. I think the thing for me that keeps me more consistent than just saying forget it, I'm just going back to my raw vegan diet, is the proof of it, just seeing how my skin cleared and so many other things in my body cleared. And so that's what keeps me consistent. When I first started this journey, I said, hey, I'm gonna go for 30 days and see how I do. Well, I went a full 40, and that's where I seen so many things in my health change. Through, I want to say, the first week to 2 weeks, it was hard to keep up with that diet. But listening to Robert Morris's podcast and his YouTube and other people like him, like Queen of Food, Yaki Awaken, Christina on Fully Raw, is it Fully Raw Christina? I can't remember, but I'll put it below. Just people that were on their raw vegan journey, or fruitarians, even vegan influencers and people that live that lifestyle. I would watch them and listen to podcasts and things like that, and read books to keep my mind anew. So next question, do I ever miss cooked food? Yes, I do. And that's the reason why I was doing the high raw vegan. But with the high raw vegan or with the cooked foods, I noticed for me that I was starting to have digestive issues again. Digestion issues is what causes a lot of our skin issues. So when I start seeing that I'm starting to have digestive issues again, that's what made me want to go back to raw vegan. So yes, it has been hard. I do love my cooked foods, especially in the wintertime, of course. But just like I said, the overall knowing that raw vegan has healed me and kept me healthy and I don't experience the digestive issues makes me want to stick with it. How do you deal with social situations and eating out? So for me, when I first started eating raw vegan, it was during COVID. So there wasn't many social situations going on.
Okay, I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored.
So it was easier for me because I was in the house, right? And I don't know if I've ever said this, but I'm from Wichita, Kansas. And so I had more of a friend group there. And then when we moved to Phoenix, Arizona, I didn't have as many friends, right? Because I'm in a new state, new city or whatever. So with that, coupled with, you know, COVID, and like I said, we had just moved here, I didn't have many social gatherings to attend. Now, me and my family, we would go out to eat, and then when we would go out to eat, I would just pick things like salads, or you can simply ask the waiter, hey, can you just get me some cut up, whatever it is, whatever veggies that you have. And most times they will offer that to you. So social gatherings wasn't hard for me in the beginning. Now they're not as hard because either I'll eat before I go, to like, you know, like say if someone's having a house party or something like that, I'll eat before I go. Or my friends are nice enough to be like, hey, what is it that you would like for me to prepare for you? And they'll prepare something for me. So if you are, you know, sharing your journey with your friends and family, usually, hopefully you got good people on your side that will, you know, be like, hey, I'll make a dish for you, or even bring your own dish. Is raw vegan expensive? In the beginning, I thought it was, just because I explained this in my last video. You have to eat more fruits and vegetables to meet your calories versus what you would eat on American Standard Diet or a cooked vegan diet. So you have to have more produce, right? You have to have more fruits and vegetables. But when you sit down and plan it out and you budget it out, it actually, for me, was less expensive than American Standard Diet, because I explained this also in my last video. I was mindlessly shopping and buying stuff or going out to eat or whatever. And so I was spending more on American Standard Diet. And when I sit down and budget, and I do that every Friday evening, then I probably spend, honestly, 70 to 100 on myself a week. And that's being modest. Now, if I got a little extra chickadee change, I'll go over that, and I'll probably go up to like 140 a week or whatever. But listen, with the cost of everything right now, inflation, you gonna pay for even the American Standard Diet. Like, it's just so expensive now. So, and I live by the motto of I'd rather pay for my food now than pay for medicine, surgery, radiation, treatments, medical equipment, right, when I get older. So I'd rather pay for my food now so I can have health and longevity. The biggest question of them all, how do you get your protein? I get asked this all the time. Well, we have been taught wrong that we're supposed to consume protein. But actually, if you do some research, read some books, you will notice that high protein diets contribute to a lot of health illnesses. And it's actually not the protein that we need, it's the amino acids from the protein that we need. So I learned on this raw vegan journey that your body actually can make its own protein. It needs amino acids, so it needs building blocks. And I actually shared this on a TikTok video. So do you remember those little, what do you call those, like pegs or little blocks that you can snap together, like the little babies could use or whatever to build blocks, and they kind of like wobble around? I'll put a video or a picture right here. So when you get a full chain of protein, like from animals, right? Animal protein, that's third party protein. Basically, when you consume that, your body has to do extra chemical processes to break it down and pull the amino acids out that it needs to build its own protein, right? But when you eat fruits and vegetables are your simplest forms of food, right? And they come with amino acids, so just the small building blocks so that your body can build upon. And then also your body doesn't have such a hard time or have to do extra chemical processes within the digestive system to break down the protein and build it up. It's just simply pulling the amino acids and building it. So long story short, you don't actually need protein, you need amino acids. And I just recently had lab work done end of January, early February, I'm not sure, just to check like my iron levels and all that good stuff, just a complete, you know, blood workup, and there was nothing wrong with my protein. So, and you can get your amino acids from your raw fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Next question is, don't you get sick with eating raw vegetables? There have been a few people that say when they eat raw fruits and vegetables, like it gives them a lot of digestive issues. And that's just because you are switching from American standard diet to a totally different diet, and your body is like, what are you doing to us? This is not what we're used to. Plus you're getting extra fiber in the body that the body is not used to breaking down. And so I always tell people, if you are going to attempt any type of diet change, you need to transition into it. Don't just wake up the next day and think, I'm about to go raw vegan, because you will experience digestive issues. So what I would say is, if you are wanting to try this lifestyle, then maybe 2 weeks prior to trying this lifestyle, start limiting the processed foods, the meats and the dairies, and start incorporating more salads, more smoothies, more juices. So incorporate those into your diet for the next 2 weeks before you just go completely raw vegan. So for example, I would do more whole foods, even if you're going to continue to eat meats, but I would completely take out the processed foods. I would take out the dairy, and eat more whole foods and incorporate those smoothies, those juices, and those salads. And if you like zoodles, incorporate those until you transition into when you will be completely raw vegan. Next question is, what do you eat on a typical day? So for me, raw vegan, I usually do a 32 ounce of fresh juice, and usually I do my juicing on the weekend so I can have it throughout the week. And then I'll do a 32 ounce smoothie, and usually that's when I'm trying to hit my nutrients, like my vitamins of, you know, what I need for my body. So I do a lot of leafy greens in my smoothies, bananas, a lot of fruits. Sometimes I'll throw in hemp seeds, moringa, you know, different little enrichments or additives into my smoothies. And my smoothies, I'll probably have 2 or 3 of those a day. From there, my lunch will typically be a really big salad, or I'll do some type of zoodles. And then my dinner is when I like to experiment with stuff. So I'll do like raw vegan tacos or raw vegan spring rolls. What else have I done? Zoodle Alfredo. Trying to think what else I've done. Pasta marinara, but it would be like, you know, utilizing your zucchini or your squash, or you could even do cucumber, so things like that. So that's a typical day for me. And then in between that, I'll have like a bowl of fruit like cherries or grapes, and I love dried fruit, so I'll do dry mangoes as a snack. And then I like to use my nuts and my seeds for my dressings or my sauces to get in, you know, my healthy nuts and seeds, or my healthy fats is what I was trying to say. So I will use my nuts and seeds, like on my Alfredo will be like cashews, and that will be my Alfredo sauce. Or I'll just have like a handful of nuts like as a snack in between my meal. And then, you know, I'm always drinking a lot of water and doing a lot of herbal teas. It says, what are your favorite raw snacks? Again, just bowls of fruits, or dried fruit, seaweed. You know, I like to do sometimes the seasoned seaweed, like wasabi seaweed, teriyaki seaweed. Oh, that's what I was trying to say, the little protein or energy balls, like taking dates and walnuts and coconut and like chopping those up really finely in a food processor and making the balls out of those, and then you have like the little energy balls or whatever. So that's like a nice snack that I like to have. What are my favorite raw food resources? Books. I love The Raw Cure by Jesse Jacoby. Put Dr. Robert Morris back in there, the Detox Miracle Source book. I love Christina from Fully Raw, Christina, and she has a book as well. Who else? Oh, The Sun Food Traveler. I don't remember who that's by, but I'll make sure I put that in the description. That's a great book. What's the book I got up here? It's a recipe book. What's his name? Gabriel Cousins or Cousins. He has a few books on the raw vegan lifestyle, and he even has recipe books that are great. I love to listen to Yaki Awaken. He has YouTube videos. He's on Instagram. He's on TikTok. The late great Dr. Sabi. I mean, there's a plethora of people. Just search raw vegan in YouTube and you will come across a lot of people. It started at first, when I first started, there weren't that many people that was on this lifestyle, but more and more people are jumping on this lifestyle just because of the health benefits. So the next question is, do you find raw food more time consuming to prepare? I guess it just depends. Before raw vegan, when I was just on a regular diet, I was preparing my food on the weekend so I could have it throughout the week. And yes, it does take time, but I guess it depends on your goals. If you are wanting to live a healthier lifestyle, you have to prepare your meals so that you don't get off track and just, you know, I don't have any food prepared, I'm gonna go grab some fast food, or I'm gonna eat these chips, you know what I mean? So I guess it all just depends on you and your goals. For me, is it time consuming? No, because it's what I want to do to maintain a healthy lifestyle. But for anyone else who is new to it, it may be time consuming until you build the habit. What are some creative ways to make raw food interesting? Start getting cookbooks. I always say in the beginning though, start basic. Do a lot of fruit, mono fruit meals, meaning just one bowl of fruit. Do a lot of juices, a lot of smoothies and zoodles. And then once you have got the hang of it, because if you go in doing all kind of complicated stuff and having to buy all these different ingredients to make recipes, you're gonna fizzle out real quick. So my motto has always been baby steps, and starting small and doing the simplest things so you can build a habit, and so you can see some type of improvement in your body if that's what you're trying to do. And then from there, then you can get you some recipe books and like venture out and experiment. But that's what I would say, how to make it creative. Get you some recipe books. My favorite one right now is the one that's over there on my counter, by Gabriel Cousins or Cousins, and he has some creative meals, and they're actually really good. You know, when I prepare them, they're really tasty. You would be like, this is raw? Like, this is actually pretty good. What are the biggest challenges you face? Just me fighting the old me and my old habits, and I said that in my first video. Being used to American standard diet, and then like I said, my family doesn't eat how I eat, so seeing them eat certain foods, I'm like, I feel left out. Finding more. I don't think we have any raw vegan places here in Arizona. I feel like there are more in California because, you know, that's more of the lifestyle, vegan, raw vegan in California. I think there was one place here that offered some raw vegan dishes, but for the most part we just have vegan places, which are really good, but that can be a challenge too. But for the most part we don't go out too much anyway, so I'm preparing my meals anyways. What are the biggest benefits you've experienced? Well, you know, no more psoriasis. Whew, let me tell you, that was a traumatic experience in my life. And to say that I don't have psoriasis anymore and it was because I changed my diet, that should tell you something right there. My sleep patterns have improved. My digestion when I am fully raw is immaculate, okay? My skin, get into it, okay? Amazing. Hair growth, I had lost all my hair grew back. Mental clarity, menstrual, I used to have 5 to 7 day menstrual cycles with heavy cramps. Now they're like 1 to 3 days. My last menstrual I just got off, 2 days. I had cramps with that one though, and it was tough, but it was only 2 days. For someone that is striving to lose weight, you lose weight on a raw vegan diet. That's why it's so important to, when you are ready just to maintain and you're ready to do other goals, but you want to keep the raw vegan diet, to make sure you're hitting those calories. So yep, I experienced weight loss from it. What else have I experienced? A closer connection with the universe, with God, with nature, that I've never had before. And it's just opened my eyes up to so much about the world and how we really do live in the matrix. Yeah. What advice would I give someone considering going raw vegan? Baby steps. Don't try to do it overnight. I know, like, you see all the videos of people transforming their life, and they really are. But don't just go cold turkey. Transition into it. Pick a day. Like, you know how people were doing meatless Mondays? Well, maybe you do a raw vegan Tuesday and you eat raw for 1 day out of the week, and make sure you continue that and be consistent with that. And once you're consistent with that, add on another day and another day, or replace your breakfast every day of the week just to a smoothie or a juice instead of cooked foods. Or just start transitioning more whole plant-based foods into your diet. But I definitely say start small, transition, and give yourself grace. Do more research, read books about it, because that's what's going to keep you going. That's what's going to motivate you. That's what's going to help your mindset, because also it's more than a physical thing. It's mental and it's spiritual. And so once you can start working on your belief systems of what you thought you knew and what you thought you believe, and you start reading stuff and it's giving you confirmation, and you're seeing the evidence and the testimonies, and you're viewing it, like you're seeing the before and after pictures, like look at some of my before and after pictures, you will definitely start retraining your brain. So definitely start researching and start reading and start listening to those podcasts while you're starting to make those smaller changes in your life. And then that's going to help you transition to the raw vegan lifestyle and stay committed to the raw vegan lifestyle. I guess he's saying that it's time for me to close the video. So that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this frequently asked question video, or you want to see more raw vegan type videos from me, make sure you subscribe. And if you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments and I'll get them answered for you. If you thought this information was helpful, please share this video with someone and let's spread the raw vegan love. Until my next video, I'll see you then. Make sure you do something that makes you healthy and happy.